Yo, yo, what's good? It's Pika calling in from Singapore. It is Tuesday night. I don't know how y'all are doing. I don't know if y'all are busy right now. I don't know if it's morning or night for you guys, but wherever you are, I hope you're having a marvelous day. So, it's been a bit of a roller coaster the last couple of days. I know I've been all over the place. There's been a lot on my mind, but I want to talk to you about music today. I can't live without it. If I could have a soundtrack to my life, I'm pretty sure there'd be a different soundtrack for every day. Seriously. But it'd be all kinds of genres. I'm very eclectic in my taste, and I think it'd be pretty damn interesting to see. As far as music is concerned, I do love all kinds of music. It just has to have a really great beat. Um, a nice melody would be nice, and lyrics. They say that when you're upset, you actually understand the lyrics, but when you're happy, you enjoy the melody or the beat. So I totally concur. I really do appreciate the lyrics. I appreciate the lyrics more often than not, actually. And I know that there are millions of songs out there to represent how I feel on any given day. So it doesn't have to matter what genre it is. Um, I love music in general. Lately, it's been a lot more Tamil music, obviously. I've been obsessed with the Mise Murukku soundtrack. Been listening to it constantly. Baby girl's been listening to it constantly. She likes the song Great G, which I use to wake her up in the morning, actually. So she tends to start dancing as she gets out of bed, so that's kind of cute. Um, I like scores as well. I am a big Hans Zimmer fan. I also love who else? Obviously, I love A.R. Rahman. Um, it's been a while since I've had a chance to catch up with music because living in the US, you don't really get new Tamil movies that often. So I was stuck back in the 80s with all the old Prabhudeva movies and stuff until I came back to Singapore. In the last 4 years, I've caught up with a lot of movies, but it's been pretty amazing. I love it all. I still don't know as much as most people do, but I'm learning. I'm trying my best to learn and keep up. I know I've been talking a lot about the law of attraction and manifesting the reality that you want, trying to stay in the feelings of what it would be like if you had accomplished whatever it is you're setting out to accomplish. So the end goal being freedom and security and love, those feelings are the things that I try really hard to hold on to. Excuse me. Obviously, I'm human. Obviously, I get pissed off. Obviously, um, I turn my head when I shouldn't. I pay attention to some of the distractions, and they really do throw me off. But what I've found is, as a constant throughout my life, music helps me get through it. I think I mentioned this to you before, uh, saying that if I'm in a bad mood, let's say, I feel like I have to listen to angry music. Either it's my go-to music is Lil Wayne. Actually, I love his lyrics. I love the energy he has in most of his songs, and it actually helps me kind of get all that angst out, and then I can get back to whatever it is I need to be doing. Sometimes it's worse than Lil Wayne. Sometimes it's something like Prodigy or Linkin Park. Um, Sometimes it's really just melancholy music. I love Smashing Pumpkins, Incubus, 311. Oh, there's so many songs out there. I couldn't even name them all right now. But I went through a big grunge rock, alternative rock phase when I was in high school. So a lot of that music really, really calms me down. I love Cypress Hill, y'all. Believe it or not. The Beastie Boys. I didn't really get into hip hop and rap until I got to college. And at that point, it was a toss up between R&B and rap. So there was like, 112 and Next and oh gosh, Genuine back then. Aaliyah, obviously. I was in love with Aaliyah. I wanted to be Aaliyah. Um, who else? Jay-Z was just up and coming at that point. I love Nas. Nas's I Am album. Love it. Um, what else? Lauryn Hill, The Fugees. Just a lot of great music that, I got to listen to as I was getting older in college. And then from there, I think it went into like heavier rap artists. I got into Young Jeezy and oh goodness, what was his name? just a lot of random music, mostly because my stepson listened to a lot of rap. My ex-husband listened to a lot of rap, so I picked up a lot of the music from them as well. Um, my childhood, when we were moving around from country to country, my mom kept oldies constant. So Kenny Rogers, um, the Bee Gees, the Beatles, the Eagles, a lot of Motown. I love Motown. Motown would change my mood real quick. So I love Motown. Love a lot of soul music. I actually love a lot of jazz. I don't know if any of you've watched the movie Love Jones, but the jazz music from Love Jones, I absolutely adore it. And the fewer the words, the better, actually. It actually helps me kind of get out of my head a little bit and enjoy it. And that's why I think I love scores so much. So for me, stuff like the Gladiator score, I've mentioned before, the Man of Steel score actually helps me write a lot. Um, Pirates of the Caribbean, um, How to Tame a Dragon. Just, I love scores. The music has so much emotion to it because if you watch the movie, you actually know what part of the movie that piece of music comes from, and obviously there's some kind of emotional something going on at that point. So those emotions kind of come out in the music, and I really, really adore that. It makes me feel alive to hear music like that. Another soundtrack that I really love, and there's lyrical music in there as well, but August Rush. That was an amazing movie, and the score was even, but like I loved it. Um, So, okay, with music comes movies, obviously. So I've watched a lot of movies growing up, and I miss a lot of those really deep childhood kind of movies, The Sandlot, and what else is it? The Little Rascals. Obviously, movies like The Goonies. I didn't like Gremlins so much, but there are a lot of movies and music that goes along with it that kind of transports you back to that time in your life when you were watching those kinds of movies. So I adore music, and for me, honestly, if I want to change my mood, the best way for me is through music. If you want to catch my heart, the best way is through music. You want to like send me a message about something, send me a song. I'll listen to lyrics. I'll catch your drift. But I don't know. I don't know what it is about music. It's like its own magic. The kind of spell it weaves when you listen to it is just, it's magic. I love it. I can't live without it. Most days when I'm cooking in the kitchen, I have my laptop set up in a corner away from any splatter zones. But I have Spotify just playing in the background, and I love to sing. And you usually catch me dancing and singing in the kitchen as I cook. It's a great feeling. I love it. If I'm doing housework, I usually have music on as well. Baby girl will usually join me in the kitchen and dance and sing as well, and as well as, while we're vacuuming or cleaning or washing or whatever. So music is a staple in my house. When I was growing up, there was like a system to the music though. My mom was very adamant that when you woke up, the first songs you should hear are devotional songs. So I grew up with stuff like the Kanda Sashti Kavasam on a daily basis, which I have memorized, by the way. I've memorized Kanda Sashti Kavasam, the Lingashtakam, the just all kinds of, Hindu prayers that we used to play first before we got up to go on about our day and stuff. So we always start off with some kind of devotional music, and then we were free to play whatever music we wanted. When we lived in Yogaville, we lived in a trailer actually, and it was the first time we ever had, what was it? It was like an intercom system, but it was speakers throughout the house, so you could choose which speakers you wanted to turn on and have the radio play through that. And obviously that was back when I had my own, like, my tape deck where I would tape music from the radio and make my own mixes and stuff like that. So man, such great memories when it comes to music. A lot of y'all probably don't even know what a damn cassette tape looks like, but I'm telling you what, we had such fun taping and retaping, trying to catch it without too much of a break in between, the end of one song and the beginning of another. That was life, y'all. I really love music. I still have a lot of my mixtapes to this day, and all of them are handwritten with, what song comes after what. And if you listen to them long enough, you know exactly which song comes after the other because you've listened to them over and over again. I kind of miss the days when you could go to Sam Goody's or something and pick up CDs, and then you listen to the whole CD from front to, from the beginning to the end, and catch all those songs that don't make it to the radio but are really, really deep, really have some meaning. Some of those tapes, I had like cases and cases of CDs, which I have no idea. I think my brother has them now, kind of out in the States somewhere. So I had so much music. I used to have those 5-inch LPs as well. I remember having Belinda Carlisle and Madonna's LPs. I mean, music. I don't know what I'd do without you. Music has gotten me through some of the worst times in my life. It's been, I don't know. I just love music. I can't get enough of it. And to be part of the music industry, to like, to see people who are artists, like I've mentioned before, Rishandanat in Sri Lanka, I'm working with him at the moment, Darius Ravishankar out in Denmark. There's just so many people that are working on their own craft, and it's just amazing to be able to be a part of those things, to be able to listen to what they're doing, try and promote them if I can, try and support them if I can. It's a privilege. I love music. I really love music. So anyway, that wasn't so much of a rant today. I just wanted to give you a little piece of me so you know a little bit more about me. Yeah, music. At the moment, I'm kind of preoccupied with solfeggio tones. I don't know if you know what those are, but they are pieces of music that are set to a specific megahertz so that they can either heal or clear negative energy, stuff like that. And I actually use that a lot when I teach. I had a class full of, well, it wasn't full, it was 6 boys. They were super rambunctious. Some of them were 5, some of them were 6. They couldn't sit still, they couldn't pay attention. They were just crawling up the walls and running around screaming. And actually the solfeggio tones helped calm them down to the point that they were kind of sleepy, but it was enough for them to sit still and listen to what I was saying. So I'd play it in the background while I was teaching the class, and that actually worked. And right now I'm going through something with Lil Mama where she's having a couple of, issues with like nightmares and stuff, and the solfeggio tones help her as well. So that's something else to look into if you're ever interested. It helps with meditation. It helps just as background ambient noise. Sometimes if I wake up really early and the house is really quiet, but it kind of feels like, that eerie, creepy feeling in the morning sometimes before the sun even comes up. So I probably, I throw on some solfeggio tones, and it kind of helps to clear the air and create like a warm environment so that it's not so creepy. So just so you know a little bit more about me, I love music. I adore music. If I could ever learn enough skills to produce music, I would be in heaven. And actually, to be honest, the one musical instrument I am dying to learn is actually the drums. I love a good beat, and I would die to learn how to play the drums. So that'll be on my to-do list at some point. That and the guitar, I think. I'd love to learn how to play the guitar. Anyway, so now you know a little bit more about me, and I'm hoping it gives you a little more insight to who I am, the kind of person I am. Obviously, it's music, so I don't have a favorite genre. I don't have a favorite song. It all depends on my mood. I'm truly Pisces. Everything depends on my mood. I don't have a favorite color, so to speak. Actually, I do at the moment. It's gray, mostly because any other color that comes into contact with gray usually looks brighter and happier and more colorful and vibrant. So I like gray and how it makes everyone else light up a little bit more. I think that describes me pretty well. So anyway, I will catch you all tomorrow with a few more details about, life in general. But today I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to tell you, I did this, and this, and this is the business, and blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of businessed out at the moment. So music, that was the idea of the day. Anyway, y'all, I hope you have a great night. I will catch you all tomorrow again. And until then, try and be productive. Try and get some stuff done. Okay? Bye.